Hello and a very warm welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how there's been a new release from one of the POS systems that we love on this channel. Now, if you think about it, in the moment in time, you've got the option of using what I would call PUC. So here's a Squarespace PUC, here's a Zettel PUC, and the idea is you connect these to your devices, so to your phones or your iPads. You get a little bit more complicated if you want to, or sophisticated, whichever way you want to look at it. And maybe you want to put your iPad and the PUC together. So this is the same PUC in here, but as you can see, it's got the iPad directly on. And the benefit of this is that, well, you've got everything all in one, right? Like, here's your iPad, do what you need to do on it, and straight away you can make the payment directly from there. SumUp kind of went a little bit further with this method a while back, and they've released a PUC that has a bit more digitalization to it. So the problem we've got with these PUCs is if you're not connected to anything, they do absolutely nothing. This PUC here, unless I can get a Bluetooth connection to a phone or something like that, it's pretty much useless. At this point in time where it's not plugged into anything, I can't do anything with it, right? So that is your standard PUC. In fairness, this one from Zettel, or PayPal as it is now, they've definitely upgraded theirs now, and they do have one where it is a little bit more standalone. SumUp came along there when they created a PUC that can be purely standalone. And this one really was a nice little feature. You know, you had this nice little screen on it, but the screen didn't do all that much. It was just more of a more sophisticated PUC, if you like. Then came along the terminals. Now, I, on this channel, absolutely love a good terminal. Here's a terminal for PayPal, Zettel, whatever you want to call it. It used to be Zettel, now they've rebranded back to PayPal. They've dropped the Zettel term. And here's your terminal from Square. Now, this one has an option to have a printer as well, but it's a separate element that you can bring onto it. But ultimately, the idea here is think of these as like mini EPOS solutions, right? Not only can you take the fee from here, but you can also make the orders directly from there as well. And it opened up a whole range of different elements that you could bring into play. And it wasn't just designed to take the payment, but you were able to maybe send something to the kitchen or have an opportunity, because especially this one, because this one has a 4G element to it as well, and it has the option to be able to go through it. Here on this one, you don't get the 4G, so you had to have a Wi-Fi network in proximity. I loved both of these, but they had their flaws. This one, no 4G, but it had a nice opportunity for you to have a nice software solution when you're in. Once you've signed yourself in, got everything all in there, it was nice, but it was still limited to what Square could offer. And as though that Square's pretty good at what it does, there's still bits of Square that can be problematic for certain businesses, and it wasn't a quite fit for all businesses out there, but you were locked to just using the Square functionality. And little things like trying to get yourself connected to QuickBooks, which is what we use more than anything else, was prohibited. Over on here though, from a software point of view, they gave you the opportunity to be able to put the software directly into QuickBooks. So you could log in and connect and have a nice little integration. The problem was that you were limited to what you could do on this machine. And if you've looked at any of the other videos we've done, we've hit frustrations where we're not quite been able to replicate our client needs because we weren't being able to use the software that was on here. So we're in a position where amazing software, but not perfect, but a really good hardware solution, but again, not perfect, and a really, really good hardware solution. You even had a nice little scanner option on here, so you can do barcode scanning, and nice form factor and everything else, but the software let it down. And we're in a position where actually, wouldn't it be nice if we could combine the two and have something that could work really well? And when you think back to the PUC idea, SumUp had a really clever idea to have this as their PUC. It wasn't quite a terminal. I don't think it was ever designed to be a terminal, but it was also much better than the other PUCs out there. It saw the flaws in the other PUCs where you couldn't use them without a Bluetooth connection and all that sort of stuff, right? And then this came along and it was like, well, actually, they're going about it a different way. And SumUp themselves started to look at this in a different position. And they had nice accessories for this. The hardware's nice. The software's good because we can connect it to things like QuickBooks. It was ticking all the right boxes, but it wasn't a terminal. Then they released the terminal. And the terminal is what we're about to unbox today. You see, I have in front of me a SumUp terminal ready and waiting to unbox, and you're going to unbox it with me. So let's go for it. Let's have a look exactly what's inside this box and see if it's right for you and your business. Hello everybody, my name is Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, certified UK trainer for fancy new logo, that QuickBooks Chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Boffix, and also your friendly podcaster who goes live each and every Monday morning for Ask the Accountant. Now, before we go any further, full disclosure on this particular video, I didn't pay for this SumUp terminal, SumUp sent it to me, so very much grateful to SumUp, thank you so much, but just so you're aware, they won't be able to see this video, they don't get to have a say in this video, and they did not even ask me to do a video. But I'm doing a video anyway, and they're my views. So make sure that you say thank you to SumUp. There'll be a link somewhere in the video to be able to buy this particular SumUp terminal. But remember, my views are my own, and they're also an opportunity for us to be able to say if we like this or not. All right then, so with this video, let us get straight into unboxing this, because I'm really excited and I think this is going to be a really good solution for our clients. So first of all, let's look at the box. As you can see here, SumUp Terminal. You can see here as a spin round, it's got a bit of a breakdown of what to expect on the side. At the back, it's telling us kind of a bit of an update of what we've got here. It includes the SumUp Terminal USB-C charging cable, adapter, paper rolls, card acceptance sticker, user guide, and safety information booklet. So that's nice to see, isn't it? I must admit, I do like it when a box shows you exactly what to expect, because here's the terminal, as you can see. Here's a little picture of what's on there. Here's some buttons, and then you see which is a side profile as well. I really like that. And at the back there, it's giving you more functionality there. So yeah, so far so good with the box. Let's see what we get when we open her up. All right then, so straight away, we'll obviously come back to the main event in a minute. But first of all, we've got a nice little box here with stuff in it. We've got user safety guide. We've got some stickers to put up telling us that we can do Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, American Express, all of that stuff there. So nice to see that one. We always like some stickers to tell people that we can accept some cards. I'm going to come to the terminal in a minute. Let's see what else is in here. You can see that we have a nice little box that opens up. Nice little plug and a USB-A to USB-C, which is that long for comparison. So not the longest one in the world. Nice big thick one though. I'll be completely honest, most of the time these aren't long enough. You might want to look at trying to find a way to have a little bit longer, but it's nice to have it in the box. We also have a paper roll as well. I don't think there's anything else in the box, is there? Nope, I think we're on to the main event. So let's put you to one side and let's have a look at this here then. So first of all, what have we got here? Well, without switching it on, you can see there's some nice little elements here. I've got a terminal here, so it looks like there is an option. I wonder if this is the back. Oh, nice. Okay. So in here, we've got access to memory card slot, SIM card slot as well. We've got a battery that we can put onto there, so this does look like this is going to be capable of doing that. And I like the fact we can take the battery out, right, and swap it over if we need to. They're saying that this is an all-in-one device, and you can see why, right? Because they're saying here the terminal combines payments, printing, reports, and POS features in one standalone device. No need to pair it with additional smartphone or tablet. So that's where the idea that we can have everything all-in-one is the same as the other terminals over there. Loving that, and I know from clients they've given back some great feedback. I can also see at the top here some extra features as well. So there's a barcode scanner. We've got the printer built directly in as well, and I think that's going to be really nice and powerful and useful. And then what else we got here? We've got a nice screen. Is that a camera for the front as well, maybe, potentially? So that'll be cool if that is the case. That'd be really nice if it's giving us that options as well. Cool. So it looks like we really do have some nice functions on here. On the side there, we've got a button, a power button. We've got a charging port, and we've got a speaker. We've got the bit at the bottom where you can put in your card, so you can put a pin. And it looks like at the top there's a swipe option as well. And then printer. To get to the printer itself, looks like you just open that down, put in a new roll, and off to the races you go. So nice and easy. And with these prongs out, I imagine there's an opportunity for you to plug in the put it onto a stand or something, keep it charged up and everything else as it goes along. I would say the only downside here is a little bit top heavy because of here. It's not the end of the world, but I suppose that's the only design bit I would say is before I switch it on that I can definitely see. The screen's huge though, absolutely big screen. In fact, compare this to the square one. What we're doing, we're kind of, well, we're definitely adding significant amount of screen there, aren't we? From a size point of view, you can see this one's a lot more chunky, but this has kind of got that top heaviness maybe to it, as I said before. And I have no idea what's going on here. This is the telling me I've got a security alert. The security sensor on your terminal has been activated. So no idea what's happening on this one, but you can see in comparison there, much bigger screen, but this one is definitely, I would say this is pocketable, and I don't think I'd class this as pocketable. Maybe there's ways where, and like there's a little button thing here. I'd imagine you could put one of those lanyard hooks through there, and then you'd be able to kind of hang this down if you need to have a bit of a hands-free solution. I'd imagine that would work quite nicely. But again, props for the fact that you can go in and change the battery if you want to. I'm really liking that. The fact that you've got options there. There is definitely Wi-Fi in this as well, and 4G connectivity. And apparently it switches to the automatic switches to the strongest network available. So it should mean you don't get interruptions as well. So I love that idea of going through from there. Right, let's switch this on for the first time then. Okay, so we get this SumUp update screen, but yeah, look how big that screen is. That's lovely to see. You know, the more screen real estate you've got, definitely the more work you can do on it. I mean, overall, I think this is a really nicely built piece of kit, and it's got everything that you need all in one. And I quite like the fact that even though, again, I'm saying it's top heavy there, this, you can hold on to this quite nicely. With this one, I think, you know, and I've had clients complain about this, extended periods of time holding this, it is really quite chunky. You know, I think this ultimately has a better form factor overall, but you've lost the printer functionality. You don't have as big a screen. So, you know, yeah, maybe they've kind of nailed the functionality of this one, but you don't have it as much as there. So, right, okay, let's connect to Wi-Fi. So you can see this is definitely some sort of Android operating system. So it should be relatively straightforward to kind of get everything connected. So once we've got the Wi-Fi in, looks like it's, has that gone through for me? All set, perfect. Log in and start taking payments. I must admit, it seems to be quite snappy at this point, which we like to see. Log in. Oh, scan QR code to, oh, I'm definitely going to take up. Now this I am loving. So for comparison, I haven't switched this terminal on for a while. It's logged me out, and the only way for me to log in is to put the, you know, credentials in. So to go through, put the email address, put it, I can use a device code. Device code allows you to sign without sharing your account, email, and access password. So you could log in on Square and log in from there, but there's no other way of really logging in other than knowing your password. This one, exactly the same. Although I can't even get past this screen, right? So for whatever reason, it's saying there's a security alert, whatever's going on here, but it just in an endless shutdown solution. So anyway, but this, I get the option to scan the QR. So let's definitely do that. So if I scan the QR code that's here, and then because it already knows, because it's already knows my password and everything, all I need to do is do this. Looks good. Accept copy, confirm, and wow, straight away log me in here. So loving that. Now that is a nice way of doing it. Right, so what options have we got on this main screen? Then we can go back into our Wi-Fi, and maybe there's a new Wi-Fi that we want to put in. We've got a whole settings area where we've got mobile data, if we've got a card network in or anything like that. So giving options for Ethernet as well. It'll be interesting if that's USB-C or not, but yeah, so far it looks like it's what we need to do. It's daily restart of 4. That's a good idea, because then it keeps it nice and fresh. There's an about, there's dated time, there's all that sort of stuff going through from there. So your typical device settings. This button here seems to open up your 2 different types of what you call it, and that's a back button. Anything we can do down, yeah, scroll down from the bottom, you can activate your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So there is Bluetooth built in here, which we didn't have Bluetooth in Zettel/PayPal terminal. So that's nice to see. Anything if we scroll up, oh, excellent. So you scroll up and you've got all of these options here. You've got settings, as we've already looked at. You've got your camera. All right, so you can actually use this as a camera as well. So there is, you can see that picture up of everything up there. And then you've got a opportunity to view your albums as well. So yeah, okay, cool. Oh, okay, yeah, so the square brings up what's there, so you can actually close down anything that's there. Scroll back up again, you've got files. So maybe you want to be putting some files on here. It looks like it's Google Docs type file system. It looks like very similar to that, right? So it'll be interesting to see how, or what the easy way of getting files over to there. Because what you could use this for, right, is that you could put, for the end user, how to do something within the organization. You know, like you could set it up so that they could go in and, you know, maybe if it's got PDF viewer on, this is like how to get this working, how to get that working, or whatever it's going to be. You could use this as a real terminal for your employees. I do go to camera as well. I think there's a front-facing camera, isn't there? Oh, lovely. Yes, front-facing camera as well. Oh, yeah. And there's a settings for the camera, picture size, yep, stuff like that. Right, awesome. So, okay, that's our kind of settings, our device. The most important setting, though, is your SumUp account, isn't it? So let's click into the SumUp account. And from here, we're going to go in and say everything your business needs. Always has to be login again, that's fine. Generates a QR code. Confirm over there. Log in. I love that as a quick way, but there's nothing worse than having to sit there putting your password in, right? Like, it's so frustrating. Oh, there we go. Look at that big screen being shown straight away. So I can just put in the money as normal and put the charge in there if I need to. Straight away it's coming up with a basket, so it looks like we have the opportunity to go in and out of basket. Loving that. And then if I go back to my home though, I'm on my home items. Has it brought through the items that we have? Library. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so it gives here sell by unit. So here if I've got a cob, I can say, and there's an option to put a picture on there if I want. All this I can set up. At the moment I haven't set any of this up, but look how much information we can put in. Time, weight, gram, length, volume, like all these are units that we can put in from here. We can say category, group similar items, like choose a category in my shelf, or add a new category as we go forward. So you could have where the location is, for example, on there. You've got units, the name, the tax rate, so we can make sure from an accounting point of view that the right tax rate's always been set up. You can have different prices and VAT for takeaway as well. So you can have the option that if they choose takeaway, what's the different rates going to be? So you have those options there as well. You can see here as well, you've got the option to put a colour at the checkout, inventories offered there, variations that I've already connected on there, and modifiers as well. So you've got so much functionality. Absolutely loving this. Offer your items for takeaway. You can now set separate, we spoke about that you can now have the separate takeaway options. Add items in Snap. Get items automatically created by taking a photo of your category and mode. Take a photo. So if I want it to be this Game Boy case here, oh yeah, it's this way around, isn't it? I've got to get used to that. So the camera's at the front of the device, reading text. Oh wow, okay, it's using AI. Couldn't read the image on that one. Okay, cool. But the idea would be get items automatically created by taking a photo of your cat. So you could take a photo of them and get them in. So it looks like you've taken a photo of your menu there by the looks of it. Okay, definitely something we want to be playing around with at some point. But let's say though, I've got in my library, I want to put a cob in, I want to add the item. If I'm in the checkout, oh, the items will appear. Look. So I click on my items. So from the items, I can say cobs. It can say it's a sausage and bacon. And I can say sausage, add to cart, charge. And then I have my options here. So I've got my card reader, payment links, or cash. Click on cash, then I can put the cash in. And I assume, yeah, it's going to tell me what but there's a card reader. How much tips would you like to? The idea is you pass it over to them, they can decide if there's a tip or not. You can press sales to see the history of sales as well. So we can have a look and see what was done in the past. So I imagine if I click into it, can I put a receipt? Nice. No, I don't want to send it. I just want to print receipt, mate. Receipt. I can show QR code. Can't find it. I've got a feeling it's such a long time ago that that's not actually available, which is fine. And let's create a new one then. So let's go to checkout, go to items. Oh, you can have now open orders as well. So I missed that last time. So the open orders will be nice because you can then kind of add to it. You want table numbers, things like that. But I'm going to go into the one that's there. And I'm going to charge the £1. Now to charge £1, again, we could do cash, payment links. Click on payment links, sees that you can have a QR code. You can get an SMS. You can share it, copy payment link. So just seeing how it works if I was just to do the QR code. Oh, you can even Apple Pay it, look. Oh, I like that. So you can see they've made a payment and you can see you get told straight away that that's been paid. I really like that. I think that's a really nice option there. So let's dismiss that. We can also do other payments as well. So let's do sales. Oh, you can see successful. Awesome. And then you can see paid out as well. So you can see when it's actually paid out for you, which is nice to see. Go back to my checkout. Let's just do one more. Let's do a bacon cob this time. Add to cart, charge, card reader, and let's put 10% on. Let's see what happens. Let's press pay. Starting it up. 1 minute, please. Awesome. So it comes with a nice little screen here. You kind of got all those there. I'm just going to use my over there like that. Just put the card in through my Apple Watch, and as soon as it's come through, the transaction's successful. And actually, just back to that QR code, you didn't have the option to get a receipt, but on here you can show QR code just so we can see what that looks like. So you can see that the receipt comes here. You can press open receipt and you can see the receipt breakdown there, VAT on it, all that sort of stuff is shown for you. Or directly from here, go back to my sales, go back to that one. You do have the option from a receipt point of view. Oh no, it's printed at the top, look, I was not seeing that. You can take the receipt directly from there, or send an email or send a text or show that QR code. So I really like that one. And then the refund button's there as well if needed to put through the refund. All right, what more options we got? You got settings over here, so we can go inbox, login security, payment methods. So you can take payment methods off if you want. Calculate change is an option for you. Payment links, you can create a new payment link. Reusable link as well. Oh, nice. I've seen this a lot at clubs and stuff like that where, you know, it's a voluntary. If you want to enter it, you can put it there and you can put the information in. So I like giving the option of that one. You can create the payment link directly from here and they can make the payment there. Also, payment links can be quite useful. Say you're on the side of a street or something, you're performing and you want people to give you tips or something like those, you know, you can put it through from there. You can leave the QR code on here and it can go from there. That works quite well. You've got cash payments. We've already talked about taxes as well. So you got the default tax rate and you make sure your VATs are right. As an accountant and bookkeeper, I'm liking that completely. Tipping options here as well. Standard tipping enables us to add gratitude. For purchases under £10, customer will see optional tips into the whole amount, £1, etc. So it's a bit of smart tipping options there, and you can change your suggested tippings as well. Orders, oh, here we go. Open orders, part them and take payments later. Perfect with tabs or serving multiple items. Yeah, I was seeing that and I was really like the idea that it was there. So you can see you can accept open orders, open and park orders, put through from there. Nice to see. And you've got a whole employee section as well that you can bring in, and you can have multiple people working on these. Looks a little bit slow to load on that one. Okay, so we've only got us in here, but if you had multiple people, you could kind of go through them and put it from there. Plans and fees, so what plans are we on within SumUp? So it's nice you can do that directly in the terminal, to be fair. Normally, you don't get the option to come in and do this in the terminal as well. So it looks like you have the option to bring this up. POS plus, business account plus, and invoice plus, as well as your options and plans to go through. Card payment summary, printer settings. Oh, you can add another printer as well using the plus solution. So that's really useful if you've got a printer maybe in a kitchen or something. You can maybe set it up so that not only do you get the printer here for your clients, but it goes through from there. So we like that. And then you've got refer a friend, device settings, what we've got under here. Oh, we've already seen that one. A bit of support as well, and items like that. So yeah, overall, this is a really nice piece of kit. Directly on the terminal as well, we're seeing insights. Nice. So this gives you an opportunity to, and visit more reports using that QR code. It's loving its QR code, isn't it? And I'm liking to see there. You see average sales, any refunds. You can kind of have that information coming through from here as well. Library we've looked at, categories to organise, inventory. You can start tracking directly on here, which is clever. So you can kind of go through and track these as you're going along, which we like to see. And then you're also going to have the opportunity to be a few modifiers in there, extra toppings, that sort of stuff. Option sets as well, so you can do small, medium, large, so different sizes, different colours. And there's a whole discount section as well, where it looks like you have the opportunity to run discounts in there as well. Now, the nice thing about this is all going to run not only in here, but also you're going to have the option to log in on iPad, on browser, whatever you want to log into, and there's going to be options in there as well. And yeah, you've kind of got everything there. I generally really like this. Now, I have gone through and got ourselves set up on Square, so we can kind of see them side by side if you like. So on here you can add a note. I mean, is there anywhere to put a note on this one? So if I was going to do 50p, I can just add, say, 50 plus 50. So there's a kind of calculator function. I like that. So you can kind of add multiple items in. On here, you do get the same sort of idea where you can press plus there, look, and plus there, and you can add items as you go along. But I don't know if you can put, oh, description, there we are. It's the same as note, isn't it? They did have a library as well, and in the library you can have your different items, and you can, very similar to bring that one in as well. So, you know, we've got similar systems. They do give you an option to swipe left and right. Can't swipe left and right on this one. It is clicking on there, not the end of the world. But there's no camera in here and no barcode. So I feel like that's where this becomes really powerful. Now, how do I activate the barcode? Oh, there's a button over here. Does this do anything? See what this button does yet? I don't know what that button does, to be fair. Doesn't seem to do too much. So I can park the order and come back to it if I want to, as we kind of mentioned already. Discount option. Oh, I can add the discount directly from there, so that's nice. Delete items, add order note. Please make sure no onions, for example. Save, so that can be at the bottom there. Whereas on this one, if I review sale, I can add the discount. I can add a customer, but it doesn't look like I can add an order note, which is, yeah, which is the way it is. Order name. So at the moment, we can change that name to maybe a table number, for example. Now, the only thing I haven't figured out to use yet is this barcode scanner. Unless there isn't a barcode scanner, I noted it. And I like the fact it's automatically saved that. So in here, oh, I don't think I can park on the square, can I? Doesn't look like it's giving me the option to, it's clear items or no. That's all I've got. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so it looks like on the square I don't have the option to put it in there. I don't know if there's, I can't remember if there was a settings where I can set that as an option going forward or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it looks like that's kind of a SumUp solution, isn't it? Where you've got it there. So I've got my order there. I come back to it at any point, but I could then start collecting other ones as well. Now, I do like the fact it's got a speaker here. That's definitely, it's making it much more tactile. Like, I know that I've pressed a button and I'm liking that a lot. So there we have it. There is our unboxing of our brand new SumUp Terminal, and I'm loving it. Honestly, with the amount of features that we've got built in here, I think this is going to be a really good solution for a lot of our clients who are out there. And I think what I do like about it as well is there is other options. So there's POS plus software, for example. For £19 a month, you can then start connecting this directly to QuickBooks, Sage, and all that sort of stuff. So if that's what you want to see in this channel, make sure you put it in the comment section, and we'll make sure we revisit this into looking at QuickBooks and bringing it into there. But for what I've seen, this is kind of ticks all the boxes. There's not really much on here that I'm missing. Maybe if I could figure out how to do the barcode scanner, maybe that would be a solution that I would, you know, want to see more of or something like that. But actually, as it is what we've got in our hands, I think this is a really nice piece of kit. So I think we're going to leave it there as our unboxing. But if you want a more in-depth review, you want to look at it in more situations, then please, please, please do use the comment section below. Let us know, and we can then start revisiting this a little bit more. But if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below and we can go for them. Thank you very much for watching. If this is something that's been at all useful for you, make sure you like, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff. And we will see you in the next video. Bye for now.